Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Viroqua, Wisconsin. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we're ready to bring you tonight's volleyball action. It's a Coulee Conference matchup. Joining me is Tom Lohr. And Tom, welcome aboard here once again, as we got a great match coming up here.
Wow, yeah, two very evenly matched teams, and you throw the rivalry in there, and it was an intense match a week ago, and Westby Viroqua ended up coming out on the better end of that, but it was tight the whole way through. This is gonna be a long night, I think.
Well, yeah, you know, we watched the JV, and that was a very intense matchup. It was fun to watch the way they were playing, both teams for that matter. We probably don't expect anything less.
Right, as we talked earlier, just as we were waiting, the power plays of each side, even when I was doing last week's match, seemed like that determined the winner. Like, whoever gets the most successful spike attempts keeps the other team on their heels. And Westby just couldn't seem to get off their heels in that third set, especially. So,
you know, and the weird part is, you just mentioned this. Last week, basically a week has gone by, and these two teams, along with other teams in the conference, are playing each other again in a very short turnaround.
Yeah, you wonder who schedules that stuff sometimes, but
well, I think the little quirk is because of those double duels.
Yeah, you're right.
It does make a difference. Well, both teams have been introduced here as far as their starters, and we are going to get things rolling here in just a moment's time. We'll start things off with Tom here in game one with the play-by-play, and I'll interject once in a while. We've got our sponsors here to thank. Of course, some of those, Miranda Wright Agency, that's American Family Insurance. You'll find Miranda here in Viroqua and in Westby. Also, our thanks going out to the Barge Chiropractic Clinic, Dr. Chris Neely, supporting your body's healing powers. They're located in Holman. Well, Tom, they're getting things ready to go here. Why don't we turn the mic over to you and see what we can get rolling here.
All right, well, thank you for those sponsor mentions. I want to make sure to thank them. And Viroqua's going to start out with the serve, and it's going to be Elise Neprud with the serve, and that is Gluck with the free pass over. And soft hit over from Quackenbush, and that is going to be number 1, Maddie Von Felt, with a nice set, and just couldn't get close enough to the net, I don't think, and ends up spiking that one in the net. 1 serving 0 is Neprud. Neprud's going to be a little strong on that one and goes deep, out of bounds. And this is going to be Gluck, Aaron Gluck with the serve, a senior from Westby. Nice serve, dug out by Emily Berra. Set up to Christensen, and Elena Christensen's going to end up spiking that one a little wide and out of bounds. So it's 2 serving 1 for Westby. Brought back out, going to get free hit over by Bryn Swenson. And Gluck sets, and that is going to be Emily Jackson with the long spike attempt to the backcourt. Ends up going out of bounds. And this is going to be Megan Brendel, a sophomore from Viroqua, serving, and she serves it off Johnson's bump attempt. And Viroqua goes up by 1, 3 serving 2. In the early tight set here early in this evening. Brendel's serve is long, and Ken, that kind of continues the theme
from JV, yes.
From JV, yeah, kind of a little amped up maybe.
I think so.
So off the net is Von Felt's serve, and throws Berra for a loop, and she can't dig that one out. And Maddie Von Felt with her second serve, 4 serving 3. Berra gets it straight up in the air, set by Neprud, spiked by Swenson across the court, And it was a nice attempt by Von Felt to dig that one out. She's going to go out, and in comes Livy Nelson for Westby.
Well, Swenson has got to be one of the tougher spikers in the conference, I would think.
Yes. And that is served by Quackenbush. They're going to call number 4, Gluck, over out of bounds, in the Viroqua territory. She was trying to get in position, just forgot kind of where she was at.
That was a foot fault by a couple feet.
5 serving 4 is Quackenbush. That is Ava Berg with the spike. And she cannot get handled by Viroqua. Allie Olsen's going to come in. Quackenbush goes out. And for Westby, Kerner goes out, and I didn't see who came in.
Might have been number 7. And no, Nelson was in there.
So Swenson with another deep spike back in the backcourt. Out goes Fortune for Westby. In comes Kerner once again, the libero for Westby. This is Moyleen, Emma Moyleen to serve, 6 serving 5. No more than a point lead for either one of these teams, and it's just going to be one of those nights. Sideline judge calls that one out. It was a nice attempt across the court, and end up putting Viroqua up by 2, 7 serving 5.
That was Aiden Frank with the attempted spike.
Kerner sets, Gluck sets for, that is, I think, is that Mollenda? I missed that one side, I'm sorry. Well, Ken, I was looking down at that was Aiden Frank with the spike for Westby, and I don't know who handled it over here.
That was Megan Brendel who was able to dig that one out, and then a huge shot across court for the point.
Serves over. It's going to be somehow saved by Johnson, and bump set spike, and Johnson gets that up in the air, comes back inbounds on the free hit over from Kerner, and somehow handled by Swenson, gets over. Gluck has a nice set, and it's blocked out of bounds, and that is Ava Berg with the spike, and the block attempt, I think, was by...
I think it was number 2, I think, Scrady.
Scrady.
Yeah.
And she get up in the air. Allie Olsen bumps, sets by Swenson, spiked by Brendel, handled by Westby. Set back up here to Gluck. She taps it over. Moyleen sets to Brendel. Brendel hits that one low into the net, and it's going to bring Westby to within 1. 7 serving 8 is Taylor Davidson for Westby.
It's always a tough one, Tom, trying to hit from the back of the court. Yeah,
I would miss about 8 out of 10 of those. And another cross-court spike from Bryn Swenson. She is on tonight. I know the other night in West Salem, she had a rough time with West Salem, but she is on so far. Viroqua goes up by 2, 9 serving 7 is Bryn Swenson. Gluck with the spike, and Swenson gets it up in the air, off the ceiling, comes back down, out of bounds.
Erin Gluck, when she gets up in the air, because she's such a tremendous jumper, she's not that tall, but boy, can she get up in the air, and that one drove straight down.
That was a nice spike. Olsen gets the bump in the air. Swenson sets to Brendel. Brendel is long on that one.
And again, there's the case, Tom, where the set is a long ways away from the net, so you really have a tough time getting that angle, to get it down, that downward angle. 9 all. Olsen somehow gets under it legally, and Brendel look out that to Kerner. And Viroqua, I think that was Scrady thinking she could kind of spike that ball off the net, but ends up coming back on the Viroqua side. And this is number 5, Ava Berg with the serve. She's going to long serve that one out of bounds, all tied up at 10. You have Aiden. In comes Emily Hubach to serve. Aiden Frank for the Norsemen, number 9. She's going to be a little bit of a force, only a sophomore.
Kerner free hits that one over, bumped up by Moyleen. Hubach sets to Brendel. Brendel is a bit off tonight, to be honest, in front of her home crowd. Gives service back to Westby. This is going to be Emma Kerner, the libero, to serve, 11 serving 10. Swenson gets it over, but wasn't quite what she had in mind. Brendel sets to Scrady. Blocked by
Fortune, I believe.
Fortune. And Westby out to its biggest lead of the night, 12-10. Swenson sets, and this is going to be Quackenbush spiking it into the net tonight. 13 serving 10 is Kerner for Westby. Berra, the libero for Viroqua. And that ball perfectly set. I think that was Davidson.
Yeah.
Perfectly set that ball to Mollendahl. Or is that number
I think that was Fortune again.
Ailey Fortune.
Yeah, she got up in the air.
Her ponytail, I can't see.
Yeah, you're right. You know, we have just a wonderful crowd here tonight, Tom, and it's so good to see the gym packed, and it is.
Yeah, volleyball seems to draw that kind of crowd. It's unfortunate we can't get that to more sporting events all the way around.
We'll definitely give that a try. We'll take a real quick break ourselves. Thanks going out to the Bank of Cashion. That's Scott Wall. It's friends supporting friends. Downtown Cashion and that beautiful facility. Carmen Fortune, well, yep, that's right. That's Allie's mother, New Directions real estate expert. Be sure to stop in Westby or Viroqua. Let's go back to Tom.
All right, thanks, Ken. We got Kerner with the serve. Viroqua trying to thwart a 4-point run here up by Westby. Free hit over, and Berra serves up to Quackenbush. She has to end up kind of free hitting that over, and that's going to be out of bounds by Fortune. She's going to hit long on that. Viroqua does break serve, and much needed to kind of narrow this game back up. In comes Neprud to serve, who, well, I think had the kind of the first serve jitters the last time and served long. See if she can keep it in. And that is Johnson with the bump, and Berra gets underneath it. Neprud tries to handle it, set it to Brendel. She gets it over, and that is going to end up getting a double hit violation by Westby. And that is Kerner, I think, with the two-hit violation. 12 serving 14 is Neprud. Neprud with a nice serve, and Davidson did all she could to get underneath that ball and tap it over, but couldn't, kind of spun away from her. A nice spin on the ball. 13 serving 14. Elise Neprud, a senior. And that is Berg with the bump. She sets it up to Maddie Von Felt. Von Felt spikes, but it's spiked back by, I forgot, I didn't see was that Quackenbush that hit that, Ken?
Might have been Quackenbush, I think,
just blocked back out of bounds by Westby. Berra sets, Neprud sets to Brendel. Brendel gets one straight across and goes up into the ceiling and can't be handled by Westby. Viroqua back out to a 1-point lead, 15 serving 14. Nice serve by Neprud. Set up by, that is Fortune, and she just taps the back corner. Judge says it's in, and it's all tied up at 15, and Aaron Gluck to serve. Berra gets it handled, set up by Neprud, free hit over by Brendel. Gluck sets to Von Felt, taken away from the net by 14, set back up to Johnson. Johnson taps it over, awkwardly gets in front of Brendel, and she can't handle it. And Westby's back to a 1-point lead, 16 serving 15. Gluck with the serve, nicely positioned. Brendel bumps it, nice, gets set to Christensen. And I didn't see who it was set that ball kind of back to Viroqua.
Yeah.
And was it Swenson or Quackenbush just kind of set that ball back down?
Yeah.
Brendel with the serve, all tied up at 16. Johnson sets. Fortune free hits over. Berra sets. I'm sorry, that was Neprud. And Gluck sets up to Berg, or Fortune, I'm sorry. She just taps the sideline, and Westby breaks serve back and is up by a point, 17-16. This is Livy Nelson in for Westby to serve. Brendel bumps, gets it over to Quackenbush. Quackenbush is going to be long, and it's going to put Westby up by 2, 18-16.
Well, our thanks going out to one more of our sponsors. How about Cashton Building Supply and CBS Designs? Kevin Kirky and Courtney Kuzi helping us out.
Nelson with the serve. Kerner handles Brendel's spike and blocked by Quackenbush and somehow dug out by Brendel. And Kerner handles it to the back. Free hit over by Westby. Quackenbush tries to position it to the back. Livy Nelson handles it. Spike hard by Fortune. And 3-point lead built by Westby once again.
That was Brendel who dove down after it, trying to make the save. Excellent try. Yep.
3-point lead, 19 serving, 16. Falls in front of Berra, out of bounds. Berra comes out, Hubac in, and critical point in the game here for Viroqua to try to get back in it. Nelson serves, Hubac handles it, free hit over by Neprud. Johnson bump, set by Gluck. Fortune is on tonight, folks. Second hit over by Viroqua, blocked, and somehow handled by Viroqua. Nice volley here all the way around. And Berg just sets that ball over the defense. And timeout by Viroqua. I know we want to talk about a couple more sponsors, Ken?
Yeah, we'll do that. We want to say thanks to Cashton Farm Supply, Ernie Peterson, your organic farming experts, as well as Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op. That's John Mislevichek and all that wonderful crew in Upper Chaseburg. A quick break.
And Nelson on about I think a 3 or 4 point serving run for Westby. Viroqua trying to get back into it, try to hang on to this first set. Set by Neprud. Swenson comes across the face of Nelson. She didn't have a lot of hope of getting to that one, Ken. That was a rocket. Had a blister on it.
Man.
That is 17 serving 21. Quackenbush with the serve. Kerner gets it set, or I'm sorry. They're going to call Christensen in the net for Viroqua. And it's 22 serving 17. Fortune with the serve. Fortune has come to play tonight, folks. And Swenson's serve is blocked by Johnson and Frank, but they just can't get it back over the net on the block. So it gives Viroqua a little bit of life. Down by 4, 18-21. Emma Moyleen comes in to serve. Kerner up in the air, hits the light. Gluck gets it to, that is
Berg, actually.
Berg. And Westby's going to get service back here with 2 more to get to try to get this first set away from Viroqua.
Well, again, it was Frank along with 18 and Emily Jackson causing the trouble there.
Davidson with the serve. Olsen gets it up in the air. Set nicely by that is Hubach, or was that?
I did not catch that.
I think Emily Hubach set it to Bryn Swenson, and she kind of made him pay. Swenson to serve, 19-23. Frank taps it over and gets service back. This is going to be set point, served by Ava Berg of Westby. Olsen gets under it. Moyleen sets it to Brundle. And back across in front of Kerner. Kerner tries to get a fist on it. Can't do it. And Viroqua living on the edge, 20-24.
Well,
with Emily Hubach to serve.
Brundle really came back with confidence on that hit. She'd missed about 3 in a row.
When it's set right to her, she does well. Hubach with the deep serve. And that is going to be a tough one to handle by Frank. She kind of didn't know if she should spike it or hit it over. And Viroqua creeps to within 3. Emily Hubach with the serve. Set to Gluck. And bumped up by Moyleen. That's going to be your first set, going in way of Westby, 25-21. And a hard-fought one. Viroqua got down big in that, I think by 6 at one point or 5, and just couldn't recover.
Well, you had a couple of players out there for the Norsemen. Very, very strong here in game number 1 was Allie Fortune. Meanwhile, for the Blackhawks, we expected Bryn Swenson to do some solid things, and boy, she was hot out there as well with those spikes.
She was.
Yes. So a couple of power shots by both of those players. We'll expect more coming up. We will come right back with a couple more of our sponsors and game number 2 in a moment. Well, a couple more of our sponsors as we get set for game number 2, and again, Westby picking up the win 25-21 in game number 1. Our thanks going out to, how about Coon Valley Telecommunications, serving Coon Valley, Chaseburg, and Stoddard with excellent DSL and, of course, TV packages and so much more. We appreciate Carol and that whole crew. Our thanks also to the Bank of Ontario, one of our new sponsors, your Vernon County Bank. We thank Doreen and all the team members from Ontario, Genoa, and the Westby branches. And one more while we're here. I guess we're still not quite ready to go. Eagle Title Company, Lori Holte, for your peace of mind, doing business only in Vernon, Monroe, and La Crosse counties. Well, we get game number 2 started up here, and the Norsemen with the serve are going to pick up a point. This is Erin Gluck for the Norsemen. Her serve back over the net here. Here comes Quackenbush with the shot, partially touched at the net. Quackenbush again, and they're going to say 2 hits because the first one was not a block, and then she hit it again off the net. You can do 2 hits if you hit it right on a block.
Right. No, it makes sense.
Yeah, but that was not the block. Here is Barra with a nice dig. Swenson will pop the ball in the air. Look out there, a big hit coming up by Brundle. Westby somehow digs that out. There's Barra once again with Swenson helping. An easy shot back over to the Norseman side. Setting the ball up, tip play at the net. Swenson, check that. That was Brundle who was there. Westby going deep and a little too much on that one. That might have been Erin Gluck over there trying to pop the ball in this deep corner.
Really nice volley, though.
It was. Now coming in, number 9 here for the Blackhawks in Neprud. Neprud's serve over here to Van Velt. Big hit that time around by Johnson. Now Gluck sets the ball up. That's going to be blocked at the net by Quackenbush. Another hard shot by Von Felt. Trying to play that one off the net, and it rolled underneath as it hit the bottom third of the netting. Neprud was there to try and save it.
Yeah, as the first match went, in JV, the Viroqua had become victorious up at Westby, and Westby is definitely motivated here tonight after getting beaten in their own house by Viroqua.
Right. 3-1 the score. There's a shot. Brendel again, and I tell you what, going cross court like that, that is a tough shot to try and defend.
When she warms up, I tell you what, I don't know if there's a better one in the conference.
Well, she was maybe 0 for 3 to begin with. I think she's 3 for 3 now. Here's a big time hit. That coming off the arm of Fortune, trying to answer back. It's 4 serving 2 for the Norsemen, and Fortune will drop back to serve. Allie will step forward with that to Berra on the pass. Here comes Swenson, and a partial block that goes down on the Norseman side.
Nice power hit on that, and they just couldn't get it tilted back down, or I don't think Viroqua would have had a shot at it.
Courtney Johnson going up trying to block that one, and it just off her fingertips. There's a nice dig up there. That was number 7 in Nelson. Quackenbush will move the ball forward on a nice pass. Here's the hit. It is going to be on the line for a point.
Wow. Did that look like it was going out of bounds, Ken?
Boy, I tell you what, Emily Hubash had the right kind of angle on that one, picking up the point, and it's now 4 serving 4. Quackenbush with the serve. Coming right back, and there's an answer. Off the hands of the attempt to block from Moyleen. Also there was Hubash. It'll be 5 serving 4. And coming in to serve number 10 in Taylor Davidson. I've seen Davidson in the past really put a string of serves together here, Tom. We'll see what happens. There's a beautiful play there by Emily Hubash.
A wily little
hit.
She saw some space over there in her left eye, and she thought they were gathering up to block her spike, and she just went for it.
She did, and it was in by a mile. Here's the serve by Moyleen. Look out, too close to the net. Oh, a big block answering back. Here comes Hubash. Block attempt. It's going to go down for the Blackhawks. That was Aiden Frank going up for the block. And it ricocheted off to her right. It'll be 6 serving 5. The Blackhawks now with the 1-point advantage. Moyleen is going to go on the line.
It ended up hitting right on the inside corner. I don't know how. I think everybody in the building thought that one was going out of bounds.
Yeah, she had the top spin on it that she needed. Going to go there again. They go after it. They being the Norsemen. That was Berg. Here's the easy hit over by Gluck. Hard rip by Hubash. They'll come right back. Moyleen sets the ball up. It's Swenson blocked at the net. Time for their 3rd hit. They're able to get it over. That was Moyleen on the save. Now Westby. Berg hits it into the net. And we go.
And the theme really is power.
It is, yeah.
I mean, Viroqua has, in this set, just somehow taken that power play away from Westby, and Westby's a little bit on their heels.
There's a tip at the nets. Blackhawks, Swenson, easy hit back over to Kerner. Kerner on the pass. Here comes a spike attempt, block. Gluck went up for the big hit. Swenson was there along with Hubash. It's 9 serving 5. Our thanks on the timeout. Effinger's Equipment Sales and Service. We want to say thank you to Mark Effinger, servicing what they sell. And Hold Up Displays, another one of our new sponsors. Lifetime warranty, made in the USA. Be sure to give Travis Tiemann a call, or better yet, go to the website, holdupdisplays.com. 9-5 the score as we come back. It will stay with the Blackhawks, and Moyleen with the serve to the back row with Berg. Popping the ball forward, a cross-court hit. That was Gluck. She'll get the point. She went from this near side, left side, and went down towards the middle. Blackhawks on the defensive side. Berg to serve at 6'9". Just got the ball over. That was Swenson with a beautiful dig. Here's Hubach. Nice job there by Kerner. Frank with the easy touch back over to the Blackhawks. Swenson, a little bit of a miss hit, but gets the ball over to Westby. Here comes Gluck, and it's too far. Too much too far on the power. Going over here to the near side, and she missed it. Swenson comes up to swing away here on the serve. 10-6 your score. She steps into this one, and it drops down to Von Felt. Here's Von Felt now going cross court. Swenson is there. Nice job by the Blackhawks to save it on their third hit. Westby trying to come right back and catch him by surprise. Now it's Hubach. Oh. That'll be too much.
Yeah, just see the way her wrist didn't snap on that one. Yeah. It just went long.
Here's the serve now by Kerner. That comes to the back row. That's where we saw Allie Olsen. Here's Fortune. Nice job by Olsen on the dig. Coming across here. Oh, it's really tried to get into that one was Brendel and just caught the top of the net and rolled back on the Blackhawk side.
She's had a hard time on those bump sets tonight, I think. You know.
Yeah. It's 8 serving 10. Here is Kerner. Back set. That was Hubach. Now Kerner passing the ball forward. Easy touch here by Gluck. Westby back on the defensive side. Here it comes to them to Berg. Resetting. Here's a shot. Tried to tip it over. Was Von Felt and just could not get anything off the hit. And it'll be an 11-8 serve coming up here for Emily Hubach.
Von Felt, I think, a first cousin of Emma Moyleen here.
Ah, yeah. A little family affair going on.
I believe. I'm not sure.
It makes for a good storyline. Look out on that one. Yep, a serve back to the Norsemen. They were not able to capitalize. Back it comes again. Viroqua doing a nice job on that block and the spike. Cross-court hit once again. That was Johnson. Going up for the block. Nothing there. Went a little bit high. Brendel on that far sideline.
Quite the volley here.
Yes, it's a long one again. Gotta like that. They're just off the fingertips of Quackenbush. She hit it again. That's 2 hits. 9 serving 11 and a long, long volley.
Hubach goes out. Scrady comes in and I believe
Barra?
Barra's in. I don't know who went out.
Well, they gave that one. They being Viroqua gave that one to the Norsemen on the pass.
They did.
Pass to the netting, and it was too far. And I think
Frank
that was
just dunked it.
Yeah, Fortune was able to get that. I think this ball comes into the stands, off from the foul tip from Barra. Gluck continuing to serve. It's knotted up at 11 apiece. Line drive to Barra. Able to get that one up in the air. Look out, Swenson from the back row, and she hit the net. It's 12 serving 11. Miles of Smiles Child Care Center helping us out today. Appreciate Ashley Liam and her great crew. Going cross court here once again. Now Brendel. Kerner had to get after it, too close to call. Blocked at the net. That was out of bounds. Was it on the line? On the line.
Wow. Quite the placement there, Ken.
Tell you what, that's 2 that we've seen down that far sideline, right in front of the Norseman bench. No question about it. It is 12 apiece again. Here's Neprud. Oh, into the net.
Oh.
We haven't seen too many of those. we've seen more of the long shots.
Yeah.
This will be Nelson, Livy Nelson, a floater down to Berra. Setting the ball up, then that spike right into the net. Just not quite as crisp as Brenda would have liked for the set.
No, it's not. It's they're just kind of pressuring themselves.
14-12 now, Westby with the lead. Tipped at the net and down. Nelson trying to save it.
Christensen with a nice spike there.
Yes, she got a real good swing on the ball. Here's Brendel. Brendel with the ball across the net. And Westby's going to get the point. Coming back in is Aiden Frank for the Norsemen. Ali Fortune drops back to serve here in a packed house tonight. Berra, that's going to be a point for the Norsemen. And a timeout coming here by Katie Schwartz and the Blackhawks. Thanks going in out once again. Mr. Ducks, one of those new sponsors. It's a fun, relaxing time. Tubing, canoeing, or kayaking on the Kickapoo River down there in Ontario. Thanks to Marcy and Mr. Ducks. Well, for a fun family event, be sure to go to Westby and Nordic Lane. Scott and Sue Sordahl. Hope to see you soon. Family fun year-round. And Premier Co-op, since 1893, serving the agricultural communities of Viroqua, Westby, and beyond. Well, it's 16 serving 13 here for Ali Fortune. Let's see if the timeout pays off, and it just caught the line. Wow.
Not a great way to come off of a timeout, that's for sure.
Got the ace, did Fortune. It's 17-13. If I was a betting man from up here, I would have said it was out. That's how close it was. Here's a setup. Swenson going cross court, but Nelson is there. Here is Berg with the hit. Viroqua again doing a nice job. A high punch back over here to the Norseman from Swenson. Here's a shot that is on the line by Berg. Well, Tom, you kind of called it. The Norsemen really playing some inspired volleyball right now. And they lead 18-13. Here's Fortune. The pass forward from Brendo. Just got the ball over. That might have been Neprud.
Yeah, it was Neprud.
Okay. Another set. Look out. Quackenbush with a big shot. Dug out of there by Nelson. Tip play at the net. Just got the ball over from Berg. They'll reset. Free hit coming. Blackhawks. There's Frank blocked by Quackenbush. Another block. That was Swenson. Two big blocks in a row off from two attempted spikes. Here comes Swenson now. She'll tip the ball over. And Swenson was in the net.
Foot fault.
Foot fault, was it? Okay. Yeah, it's now
Swenson.
19-13. Swenson just couldn't get those air brakes going. Here we are now with the serve. Brendo up to Neprud. Swenson just got that one over on a line drive from the 10-foot line. Now Berg attempt, not going to get over. It's 4 touches. Westby gives the ball and the point up. It's 14-19 here in game number 2. Westby with the win in game 1, 25-21. This is 19-14, now 15 serving 19. Westby.
Not a typical thing of Westby tonight. They've been on task and just kind of lost track of what was going on there.
There was one little quirk right there. Here comes Berg. Nope, into the net. We might see a timeout here by Marina Kwame, the head coach for the Norsemen. Especially if Quackenbush earns another point here. 16 serving 19. Serve to the back row for Nelson. Now Kerner. Here comes Berg. She'll go cross court and get the point.
Boy,
diving.
she saw that.
Yeah,
that was
quite the angle and a diving try over there by Brendel. The Blackhawks wearing their pink uniforms tonight. Westby in their black. That is Hubac. Oh boy, Frank was right there putting that one down. And the timeout is all of a sudden it's a 5-point advantage here for the Norsemen at 21-16.
Westby lost some heartbreakers to West Salem the other night. I mean, they went right up to the edge, I know, on that double duel. And they lost all 3 right away. It was killer.
They're playing pretty good volleyball so far right now. Here is Swenson, the cross court. Livy Nelson again with the dig. Here comes Berg back to Swenson, and a nice job popping that ball in the air. The hard hit coming off the arm, the swing of Christensen, and the junior just drove it a little too far. 22-16. Thanks going out to the River Bank. Got the free hit coming. The down-home financial help. You'll find the River Bank in Westby and Coon Valley. Here's the play. It's another free touch. That by Brendel to Kerner. Kerner and the Norsemen now moving the ball forward. They're not able to get it. Into the hands, literally into the hands of Aiden Frank. It would have been 4 hits, and she knew it.
Hannah Scrady coming in. Emma Moyleen coming in to serve.
Okay. Moyleen put a couple together last time. Let's see if she can do it again. 11-17, serving 22. There is Hubac. Westby able to keep the play alive. Partial block at the net there. That was a nice try by number 2 in Scrady. She touched it, but then nobody could control the ball after that. Good attempt, though. It just wasn't there. Here's Berg at 23-17. That's going to sail out of bounds. 18 serving 23 as we come back. And our thanks going out to Scenic Bluffs Community Healthcare, chiropractic, medical, dental, so much more. Cashton and Norwalk. The serve there by Swenson was a dandy one. Westby able to play it though. Back set. That was Christensen with the hit. Now Kerner.
Scrady.
Oh, Scrady, excuse me, yes. Nice setup here. Look out. Oh, just a little too far. Westby touched it though.
Oh.
And the Blackhawks, Swenson will serve. 19 serving 23.
They got better eyes than me, Ken.
I wondered if somebody didn't touch it, and I quick looked, and Karen said, yep, there was a touch. Free touch, that's going to go way out of bounds. And the timeout, Westby. Well, they had to do it right there because there's a lot of momentum coming up here by the Blackhawks. We'll do the same for a break. It's Carperland helping us out today. Tim Seelan has the motto that if you walk on it, they sell it. Downtown Coon Valley. Swenson with the serve at 20-23. She steps forward and the shot out here to Von Felt. Cross court hit is going to be a little too much. Did somebody touch it? No. Everybody ducked down in time.
Yeah, I didn't know. Luke was calling for it. So.
Yeah. Swenson with the serve once again. They got to go backwards. Here comes the free touch back over. Viroqua. Nice setup. Look out. Hubac.
All about free hits, Ken. It's just been.
Yep, it is.
It just seems like whoever can get them on their heels first.
Yeah. Hubac able to get that point, and it's now 22, I believe, right? 22-23. Knocking on the door here. That's going to go out of bounds.
Wow.
Just sailed out by about 5 inches. And it's game point for Kerner. Emma Kerner. See if she can get the ball over and play. She does. Brendel, Swenson, easy touch, just got the ball over the net. Here comes the free pass once again by Berg as they had to go to the back court. Look out again. Guess who? Emily Hubach. Another good set. And she put it down in a hurry.
Hubach is going to serve also.
Well, it's still game point here, though. It's 23 serving 24. You cannot have a mistake here for the Blackhawks. They need the point. There's Kerner setting the ball, back set. That was Gluck. Good job on the touch by Quackenbush for the block. Here comes Brendel. Kerner is there. They'll try again. That was Fortune. Swenson with the touch. Look out there. Oh, what a good job. Can they play it? They can. Quackenbush with good reaction. Keeping the play alive. Fortune to the back row. Swenson going to get the ball over. Swenson does again off from the touch by Moyleen. Here's a play. Gluck on the block, and it is in the net. Number 2, they said, was in the net. In Johnson.
That's going to be Scrady called.
Oh, Scrady, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong side. You're right. Scrady was in the net, and that's the way that one is going to end at 25-23 as another crazy way to end the ball game. We'll take a little break and come back. It's a 3-minute break, but for us, it'll be like we just hardly went away. 25-21, 25-23, the scores of the first 2 games. Westby coming out on top in each of those games. Our thanks going out to Sleepy Hollow, Levon, Michelle, and all the great crew for the best selection of vehicles in the area. Be sure to stop in on the north side of Viroqua. Talk to Spanky or any of his fine folks. Our thanks also going out to Vernon Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, bringing you today's action, of course, with affordable electrical energy. Let's take a look here and put the mic back into the hands of Tom Lohr.
All right, thanks, Ken. So 2-0 in favor of Westby. And Neprud serves, and that was Brendel with a nice serve, or nice spike across the court, set up by Hubach, free hit over by Moyleen, set up to Gluck, and Gluck comes across the court, and a nice spike, but ends up, somebody end up calling Quackenbush in the net on that, and giving that point to Westby, so it's all tied up at 1. Gluck will serve.
Jackson now back into the ball game, or Jackson back in for Westby.
So Aaron Gluck uncharacteristically hits that ball into the net.
Yeah, she doesn't do that often at all. You're right.
Gives the serve back to Megan Brendel of Viroqua. And I'm sorry, it's all tied up at 1 now. I thought it was 1-1 before. Basketball hoops in my way here. Johnson free hits that ball over, sets it up, and Swenson with a kind of a hard spike to handle, rolls off the hands of a number of Westby players. They get her hand on it, but they couldn't keep it in play, and it falls short. 2-1 your score. Brendel with the serve. Brendel's serve is good and kind of hit back over by Kerner and somehow handled by Viroqua. Block attempt by Quackenbush and Moyleen falls short and ends up landing the ball right in front of Brendel on that. Ties it up at 2. This is Maddie Von Felt with the serve. Von Felt serves, bumped up by Swenson. Somehow Neprud gets that off the net. Free hit over by Hubach or Brendel. I'm not sure. Brendel does get a fist on it, but couldn't quite get it in the air enough to let Viroqua handle the ball. 3 serving 2 is Von Felt. Hubach gets it up in the air. Neprud serves, and Moyleen kind of spiked that ball softly, I guess I would call it.
It was a
Positioned
nice, it was a nice directional spike, is the way I would call that,
And so Quackenbush to serve. Her serve is good. Kerner bumps. Luke sets. And Fortune is going to drive that one right down the middle. And your score is 4 serving 3. And Fortune is going to indeed serve for Viroqua. Brendel bumps, sets up by Neprud. Across the court by Swenson. Nice spike. Not easy, thing to do.
No, that's for sure.
So here we are, all tied up at 4 in this critical set 3. Viroqua trying to hang in there against Westby tonight. Luke sets. And blocked well by Scrady and Hubach. And that spike is going to be wide of the mark. Out of bounds, 5 serving 4. Moyleen to once again serve for Viroqua. Moyleen's serve is good. Hit by Nelson. Set up by, hit over by Berg. Kerner, and that's going to get called as an illegal hit by Aiden Frank.
Yeah, that one just dropped right on top of her.
6 serving 4. Moyleen serves, and that's going to go long.
Livy Nelson called that one.
Those have been the kind of the momentum killers of the night for Viroqua. They seem they go on a run and they just have a kind of a fault there. Nice dig by Olsen and handled by Moyleen somehow. And Gluck, with the hard spike down the center, couldn't get dug out by Brendel or Olsen. I'm not sure. They're all tied up at 6. This is Taylor Davidson to serve for Westby. Davidson somehow gets dug out by Swenson and handled by Scrady or Moyleen, I'm not sure. Frank gets a nice spike, does get returned by the double hit violation, came off the net and came back to the player that hit it. So 6 serving 7. I think this is Westby's first lead of the night, other than maybe being up 1-0. Davidson serves into the net, and it's going to tie it back up at 7. Swenson to serve. An important run of serves here for Viroqua. Swenson, by far their top player and experienced 4-year starter. And that's wide.
That one just floated out of bounds. That was kind of a tough one there.
Down 1, 8-7, and Berg to serve. Kerner digs that out, and that is Von Felt. Block attempt by Gluck, goes off her fingers and out of bounds. Fortunately for Viroqua, all tied up at 8. Hubach in to serve. Bumped by Von Felt. Quackenbush goes back up and kind of stuffs that one down and goes up by 1, 9-8.
Yeah, the Norsemen set that one up for her, and she said thanks.
Set back over to Gluck. Gluck soft taps it over. And Scrady with a nice spike. Von Felt just kind of tries to fool Viroqua. Somehow Brendel gets under it. And Swenson takes a little bit off of that one. Positions it well. Goes up by 2. Hubach to serve. Kerner, I think they thought that was going to go long. And boy, it was deceiving.
Yeah.
And Kerner kind of had to hit it. It was going to be inbounds. Up by 3 goes Viroqua. Hubac to serve 11, serving 8. Kerner with a nice bump. And Von Felt hammers it right down the middle. And I think Viroqua thought that was going out of bounds, but
yeah, just a solid shot there. And now
9
Westby,
serving 2 is Kerner.
Westby trying to make a comeback here.
Swenson bumps, and Quackenbush tries to tap it over, blocked by Westby. This is Berg. And Berg is really on fire tonight. There's no getting around it. Goes off Quackenbush's block attempt, out of bounds. Kerner with a nice serve. Swenson digs it out. And Brendel with a cross-court serve, handled well by Kerner. And free hit over by Von Felt. Bump by Hubac. And a tough position for Brendel to be in. She had to just get that ball in bounds. And, you know, it was also just as tough for Ava Berg because I think she didn't know if it was going out of bounds or not. And Neprud with the serve, serves it back close to the net. Viroqua better watch out. They're going to get another net violation. Tapped over by Neprud. Hit by Moyleen, and out of bounds it goes. Going to set up the serve from Gluck. 11 serving 12. Viroqua trying to fend off a rally by Westby here.
Jackson back into the game now for the Norsemen.
Hubac bumps it backwards, handled by Swenson. Free hit over by Quackenbush. And Berg is going to have this one.
Well, and guess who?
Gluck, the Berg combination, you know, they're both
Fortune.
seniors.
That was Fortune.
Oh, I'm sorry, Fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get them two mixed up. Off the net, nice effort by Swenson.
Oh, that was going to be an illegal hit.
Carry. Yeah, it was probably the only poor set I saw Gluck do in these whole 2 matches. So
she wanted that one to go just a little higher.
Brendel to serve, and she just digs that out, does Kerner. Free hit over from Berg. And Johnson tries to block it, goes off her fingertips, out of bounds. And Brendel gets the Hawks out to a 2-point lead, 14-12. Service is good, bump is good. Set by Fortune, Gluck to Von Felt. Von Felt is off the mark, and she's long. And Westby's going to talk about it. Let's maybe check in with those sponsors, huh, Ken?
You betcha. We'll talk about one of them and take a little break. Let's go to VFW of Viroqua. We appreciate their wonderful support. No one does more for veterans than the VFW here in Viroqua. Thanks going out to another one of those sponsors, the Viroqua Booster Club, that great organization right here in Viroqua, supporting all of the Viroqua Blackhawk teams. Going to get a violation of some sort.
Well, I think a foot foul on Quackenbush.
Okay.
Nice dig by Brendel there on that Fortune spike. I mean, that was really flying.
Livy Nelson coming in to serve here for you, Tom.
Yeah. 13 serving 15. Hubac bumps. Free hit over by Moyleen, pushes it to the back. And this is going to be a carry called by Emma Moyleen off the spike from Ava Berg. And that brings Westby to within 1, 14-15. Nelson to serve. She serves, dug out by Hubac. Bumped up by Neprud, and Swenson lays off of it. And that's going to be a carry by Johnson. I think anybody in the building saw that one.
That was going to be a slam dunk if there was a basketball that high, right?
or a Euro step.
There you go. Oh, wow. Our thanks also going out to the Viroqua Dental Center. Dr. Leanne Klum for your next beautiful smile, north side of Viroqua.
Allie Olson in to serve. I don't know if she's served tonight.
Well, she got a great one right there.
Kind of laid off it, a little knuckle ball, and gets a critical 3-point lead, 17-14. And see what happens. Allie Olson, the junior, handled well by Kerner. And a nice cross-court spike by Berg.
Yeah, she can be real tough with that. But again, you know, all of these, when we say that's a great shot, you got to have that perfect setup that you need for your success. You know.
Right. Fortune to serve, bumped by Olson, bump set by.
Great reaction by Aiden Frank.
Sets. And Aiden Frank, actually, when I was looking there and why I stalled, she got away with 2 foot fouls, and they've been kind of looking at that, but she was over the line twice. I guess they can only be looking at so many things. Moyleen to serve. Kerner kind of sends it backwards. Free hit over from Westby to Viroqua. And Swenson should have just got that ball over. She tried spiking it out of bounds across the court, and it was a tough angle, and ends up giving serve back to Viroqua. This is going to be Taylor Davidson serving 16-18 of Viroqua. Olson gets it bumped up, and Scrady kind of watches it hit the ground. I'm not sure what was going on there. Moyleen came across the court, and they're going to talk about it. Is Viroqua with a timeout? Nothing like Westby Viroqua when it comes to school spirit and enthusiasm. It's just Bryn Swenson off the mark.
Oh, the line judge said it was out, much to the dismay of Katie Schwartz. She thought it was in.
Much to the chagrin of the Viroqua bench, but a tough one to handle by Brendel. Didn't know if she should play it or not, but
too much on that.
Blue gets all of that one, and Viroqua fortunately gets the serve back with Swenson up to serve by 1, 19-18. Nelson bumps it out, and Berg is going to get that behind the antenna, out of bounds, tough to handle, and Viroqua up 20-18. Swenson's serve is bumped up, and that is, I'm always forgetting that poor girl's name, Frank.
Nobody touching that one.
They're saying nobody touched it. Both judges looked at each other. And
with the trajectory like it was, you'd have thought it was going to get somebody.
20 is Ava Berg. Yeah, it's. And Kerner, I got to say, Ken, Kerner tonight as the libero for Westby has played a lot more solid. I mean, she's kept the ball in play. The other night, she didn't have a great night, but boy, tonight, she really is doing a nice job keeping pressure on Viroqua. Hubac to serve, and that's going to kind of go out of bounds, but somehow Gluck is able to free hit it over, and Brendel with the spike goes off the hands of Frank and hits the pavement, hits the court, and Viroqua up 22-19 on Hubac's serve. Kerner bumps it up, and that is so Quackenbush blocks it and then hits it. Ford gets to the ground but can't get it over the net, and it's 20-22. Emma Kerner to serve. Quackenbush ends up spiking that ball in the net. So 2 points in a row. And Christensen's going to come in for Kate.
Yeah, quick substitution here to try and slow down any momentum.
Kerner serves, set to Brendel, and Kerner gets her fist on it.
Nothing you can do there.
No. Nice spike by Brendel, and Neprud's going to be in to serve, 23-21. Viroqua hanging on for dear life. Not sure what happened there. Maybe
that's a drop ball.
I don't know. It just kind of stopped. 24-21. Neprud serves and hits that one a little harder. Set up by Davidson, and I don't know who spiked that. I think it was Fortune.
I think so, yes.
Gluck sets. Oh, Davidson was over the line. Yep. I was going to say that.
So the score, 25-21.
Wow.
In favor of Viroqua.
So nothing for free here.
No,
Ken.
nothing at all. You're right. Westby winning game 1, 25-21. Westby with game 2, 25-23, but Viroqua storming back with a 25-21 advantage in game number 3.
So the other night it was a split set. It was Viroqua 1, Westby 1, and then I think Viroqua won 2 in a row. So you never know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. We're coming back in just a second. As we come back for game number 4, Westby with a 2-1 lead over the host Viroqua Blackhawks. Our thanks going out to the Varsity Funeral Home, serving the surrounding communities with compassionate care during the time of the loss of a loved one. Also, our thanks going out to the Westby Co-op Creamery. Take home that country goodness downtown Westby with their convenience store. Here's Aaron Gluck to start things off for the Norsemen, and the serve to the Blackhawks. That was number 2 here in Scrady, trying to pop that one over, and it wound up hitting right square in the middle of the netting. So it's 1-0 for the lead. Gluck again with the serve. Here's a set by Moyleen. Coming way up high, that was Brendel. And Westby able to return it. They'll set the ball up. Swenson from the back row, she hits it into the net. You could see her from the way in the back come charging up. And the timing wasn't too bad, but it caught the top of the net and stayed on the Hawk side. There's Brendel. Boy, big shot right there. Westby, Von Felt able to save it. Now the block with Quackenbush, but it stayed on Viroqua's half of the netting.
Westby out to a quick 3-point lead here.
Yeah. It can change in a hurry. There's a nice job keeping the ball alive for the free hit. Oh, there's a 2-hit violation on the attempted set. And it'll be a 3-1 score now. One serving 3. Neprud coming in. Neprud serve to Kerner. Nice job on the pass. Ball tipped at the net, trying to save it, and they're not able to do so. Somebody was in the net.
Yep.
Could have been Quackenbush. It could have been Brendel.
A plethora.
There you go.
Of Viroqua players.
Take your pick. Here's the serve. That was Von Felt. Brendel. Here is Westby now with a nice set. Berg with the hit. That'll be a point. She zipped that one past everybody. Neprud had a ball trying to get to it. I think maybe, was that number 5 over there in, is it 5?
Ava Berg?
No, over here it was
Hubach.
Oh, it was Hubach over there. It might have skimmed her too. There's a big block. That's going to go out of bounds off from the ricochet. Westby jumping out in front here.
6-1.
6-1, wow.
Viroqua on their heels. Might be timeout time.
Yep. If they give up a point here, I could see that happening. They'll set the ball up. Berg, yep, there's a block, and down it comes, and here's the timeout. We'll do the same and be right back. Game number 4, it's 7-1 Westby. Well, we want to say thanks to one of our final sponsors. It's the Westby Co-op Credit Union, WCCU. You'll find them in 9 locations throughout the area. And of course, right here in Viroqua and Westby as well. Here we go with the play at the net. That ball will just get over, but goes out of bounds. No one touched it for the Norsemen. It's now 8 serving 1. That's going to go up into the ceiling, and they get the ball over with the free hit. Good job by the Hawks. Never easy when it hits the ceiling. Far corner, and they hit it. Ava Berg with the shot.
You're hot, you're hot.
You bet. That was an easy touch, and you couldn't have set it down there if you wanted to any better.
Westby just on a run of momentum right now.
That ball ricochets off from Hubach over here to the stands. Hubach comes out, Berra comes in as the libero. It is 10 serving 1. The serve to Berra. Neprud back over to the Norsemen. They'll set the ball up to Berg, tipped at the net on potential block. That was Moyleen and Quackenbush. Now that was Swenson. Here's Kerner, free hit, Von Felt. Berra passes the ball forward, little tip play at the net. Good job by Berg to save it. Now they get the ball back over. Nice job, Moyleen. Brendel cross court, but Von Felt was there. Look out now, close to the net. That was going to be trouble. And it will be the Blackhawks with the ball. It'll be 2 serving 10 here. And Brendel to serve. Over to Kerner. Luke sets the ball up. Just got it over off the top of the net, Tom.
Yeah, Quackenbush has just had a tough night. She was on fire in Westby. I mean, she did just a super job, but can't get the breaks.
And in fairness to her, she was going to the left, and the ball went to the right, off the top of the netting, and that's you can't really do much there. That was a real good shot by Swenson, cross court, and Livy Nelson making a diving try for it, but boy, was that going by in a hurry.
Viroqua trying so hard to just get back in this game.
3 serving 11. Free touch coming over by Gluck to the Blackhawks. They'll set the ball up. Here comes Hubach. And somebody was in the net. Might have been Frank.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't either. She must have just caught it with her shoulder or something. Quackenbush with the serve. Look out close to the sideline. Now the ball back over here. Neprud got away with a double hit there. Pushing the ball to the far side. Now Neprud is going to get called for the illegal hit. That was Gluck with the push over here to the near side. And it's 12 serving 4.
Courtney Johnson comes out, or no, who is that?
That's Davidson coming in to serve. She will get an ace. Davidson with the ace here. And it's 13-4. Just got the ball over. That was Brendel. Swenson, big hit. And the ball returned out of bounds. Going after it and hitting the scorer's booth there was Gluck.
I got to apologize, Ken. I've been saying 18 for Westby was Emily Johnson. It's Jackson.
Oh, Jackson.
So
okay,
I've been wrong on that all night long.
Ball is in play.
Wow, how did that stay in play?
Wow. That ball came off the ceiling so quick, and Davidson is looking up like, where did that come off from?
Yeah.
It just comes down twice as fast when you see that. Pretty good serve there by Moyleen. Luke can't get that one to drop over. And now, looking for that comeback here and get that momentum breaker. That is Viroqua. 7 serving 13. There's Berg. Davidson to Gluck. She'll just take the easy way up over the top. Set up Swenson. She smashes it. Gluck does the same back to the Blackhawks. Comes Swenson again. That'll be a point. Arena Kwame looking, trying to decide if she should call the timeout here or wait. She'll wait one more. Moyleen. That was Kerner. Here comes Frank. Ball ricocheted off. They got to play, and they get it over. Good work. Luke is there. Davidson back to Frank. Moyleen with the pass. Back row hit. No, right off the fingertips. You could almost hear that up here. Von Felt comes in. Livy Nelson comes out. Von Felt in the front row in a 14-8 Westby lead. That ball is out. Swenson coming down the near sideline here, Tom.
Just too many of them missed tonight, Ken. They just had some.
15-8. Ball to Swenson. They'll set up. This is Hubach. What a dig there by Kerner. And a save by Davidson, I think it was. Here is a ball hit into the net. Swenson, that will not go over. And Westby is doubled up on the Blackhawks at 16, serving 8. Berg with the serve. Back row, and it is on the line, they say. And a timeout here. Katie Schwartz, again, not believing that that was on the line. We'll take a break. It's going to be when we come right back, 17-8. 17-8, your score. Westby with the lead here. They're up 2-1 in this match. Trying to get this game number 4, but Swenson says, I've got a couple things to say about that. She drilled that one to the far side and pick up the point. The Hawks down now with the serve. Frank with the hit. Swenson was there. They'll come up to Brendo. She drills that one, and Von Felt was able to control it. Luke with the big hit. That was Brendo. Each of them are kind of punching at each other. That ball will not get over. Von Felt put it in the net. It'll be 10 serving 17 here now. Setting the ball up, Frank drills that one. Swenson is there. Here's a tip play at the net. Look out. Frank blocked that one. Emily Hubach wanted to just tip it over. And not a bad play by Hubach, but just couldn't get enough height on it, Tom.
Yeah. The Condor and Frank.
Yeah, no kidding there. Here's the serve. That one coming up by Kerner. Cross-court hit. Nice dig there by Gluck. Cross-court again. They like to do cross-court shots. And that'll be Westby's point. That one just got a little bit out of disarray, you might say, for the Blackhawks.
These two matches from a week ago to today are almost mirror images of each other.
But just opposite results right now.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah. That is going to be another point. 4 hits on the Blackhawks side. I don't know if Katie has any more timeouts. I don't think she does. She might have to look at a substitution to try and break the run here. That's going to go, oh, nice play off the net by the Norsemen. A block, look out close to the net again, another block. Free touch, Swenson. They'll set the ball up. Here comes, is that Frank or is that Fortune in there now? Fortune's back in. And now Brendo hits it into the net.
I think the pressure on Viroqua right now is trying to get them to hit these perfect hits, and they just got to get the ball over there. They don't have to hit it perfect, but it's just, there's just so much pressure on them, I think.
Yeah. Here's a nice swing by Hubac. Good dig in the back row. Here comes Brenda with a tip play. Good cover there by Westby. That's going to be a carry here. Von Felt, kind of grabbed that one and directed it.
I didn't see it.
I thought it stopped just for that split second, and
I always think there's like 10 more of them a game, but
I hear you. Just off the net. There is a play. Can they get it? Yes. Third hit off from Kerner. Oh, it hit the ceiling and went back the other way. 12 serving 21 here.
Nice perseverance by Viroqua no matter what happens. They're kind of hanging in there.
They are hanging in there. I was thinking that same thing. They could just say enough is enough, but they're battling. They're going to call that one on Gluck. 13-21. A little perspiration out there on the floor. Got to get that all taken care of. Well, football will be I'll be down here in Viroqua again tomorrow night. We'll have that game, that's GET, correct?
Yeah, you're going to have to convince me it's Friday already. I don't know where this week even went.
It's zip by, for sure. That goes to Gluck. Here's the pass. Von Felt, what a save.
Nice effort.
Oh, going to be two-hit violation.
And they're going to...
Yep.
I tell you what, that was a great effort play, though. I mean, she was really working.
Well, I tell you what, Viroqua, they are battling here, and, they're within shouting distance right now.
They need to keep it going.
Hubac. Here's Davidson. That's going to get ricocheted right back off the net. And we got a timeout coming. Westby with the timeout will do the same. It is a score of 15-21, and Blackhawks storming back. We come here, and the Blackhawks and Emily Hubac continuing to serve. Gets the ball over. That was to Berg. Davidson sets it up, and trying to keep the play alive was Moyleen, and it just was a little too low for Swenson to dig up and out. It's 22-15. Back to a 7-point advantage. Gluck to serve. That was to Berra. Good job by Viroqua. Quackenbush is just out. Wow. Just out of play. 23-15. Coming into the game now, number 6 for the Norsemen, and Kylie Molladal comes in. She come in for Berg. Here's Molladal. Gluck sets the ball up, and that is off the net. Von Felt just a half a step too far away from the net. Neprud comes back in, 20-16, serving 23.
Answer your question, I think Frank went out.
Oh, it was okay. Here's Gluck with the set. Ball down here on the near side, Neprud. Now Brendo, good swing there. And let's see, that was Kerner on the pass, and it was too close to the net. Arena Kwame imploring to stay on top of things here. It's 17 serving 23. That's going to be popped over by Neprud. Neprud again. Boy, that was a tough one. Swenson just got the ball over. Diving save there. Von Felt. And a huge hit goes out of bounds. And just like that, it's a ball game. 18 serving 23. Tip play at the net. Good job. Oh, just missed it. Was Moyleen.
Well, no matter what happens here, Ken, I know Westby was out to a huge lead in this. You got to give Viroqua credit. They really fought back hard.
They've shown great perseverance on this. Yeah.
Get a point and get it back, get a chance. But I don't know.
Here's game point. Livy Nelson to serve. And I thought it was going to go out of bounds. There it is.
Well, there's your game, set, match.
Off from Berra, the final score 25 to 18 here. Let's go back and take a look at these scores. 25-21, 25-23 Westby. But then, Tom, as we mentioned, not to say we're going to call it a night, Viroqua comes back and wins 25-21 in a really nice ball game there.
Yeah, and just came out flat. I mean, Westby really must have got a tuning up in the in the fourth set, in that huddle before that match, because they came out firing, and Viroqua just couldn't back them down.
Yeah.
And they got out to a quick 10, 12-point lead.
It was 13-2 at one point that I recall in game number 4, and it looked like Westby was going to run away with it, but Viroqua comes back, and the final score winds up being 25-18 here, and quite the Coulee Conference matchup. But these two teams could see each other, I would imagine, in the playoffs, because their records got to be fairly similar.
They're almost mirror images of each other.
Yeah. So, Tom, thanks so much for coming up here. This was a great one, and maybe come tomorrow night we'll try and get something on live here for the Viroqua football. For Tom Lohr, I'm Ken Manning saying thanks for watching, everyone. We will be back with more Viroqua action tomorrow night as the Blackhawks host GET, and they come to town for a conference football game. So long, everyone.